Hello everybody, my name is JohnnyFerno. Welcome back to the next reaction video, where this time around we're going to be watching the Green Scorpion's top 10 video game rap themes. Now, rap is a genre that certainly divides people. Some love it, some really don't like it, and there are some in the middle that are meh about it. I am like meh good leaning group category, because like I do like rap. I'm just it doesn't really get me as much as like my favorite genre of music is like jazz. You like jazz? Rap music is not a like an uncommon thing in video games. I can think of some, like, I know Mad World has rap music. I know Drunk, yeah, as the Resident says in the chat, DK Rap. I don't know if that counts. I'm pretty sure it counts. What other games do I know that has rap in it? Jet Set Radio. I don't know many other games in those three. Yeah, Jet Set Radio, yeah. But I'm sure that Scorpion is gonna show us a lot, and like just his videos are always fun. So let's just jump straight to it, shall we? Also, guys, please tell me if volume is good on both me and the video. Oh yeah, okay, so KDA may be a thing. Yeah, that girl is a thing. And like, yeah, Pumpkin Hill. Friday Night Funk. I don't know if is Friday Night Funkin' rap? Alrighty then. Educate us, Mr. Scorpion, sir.
This is TG Scorpion, and I'm...
I fucking love this man.
back. It's been a little while, but I'm back to drop some bars on all you fools. I shall present to you all of the rap songs and video games here. But not just any. We're here for the best, so stick around as I break it down. No, I'm not actually gonna do that for the whole intro, but...
Thank God.
How's it going, everybody? The Green Scorpion here, and I hope you have your headphones ready, because for as long as music has existed, performers have found unique ways to make it their own. Continually, the art splits into myriads of forms, and through countless iterations and innovations, they coalesce into genres. I've already tackled how a few genres of music
how's it now?
Before, but only recently have I been able to wrap my head around today's topic. A genre older than many people think, associated by some with a strictly negative stigma. It's hard to put into a box. The only way to completely define it is with the broad acronym it's settled under: rhythm and poetry, or simply put, rap.
That's what it means,
now, you could argue that any song with lyrics is a combination of rhythm and poetry, that this is the natural evolution of reciting sonnets into music. But rap, as we know it, is a younger genre, inspired from the repartee of American street slang in the 1930s. Later on in the 60s, a man by the name of Hubert G. Brown changed his name to H. Rap Brown to reflect his ability to speak in a way common with the hip crowd, as it were. However, it wasn't until the 1970s that the term rap associated itself with musical performance, thanks to the Sugar Hill Gang's debut song, Rapper's Delight. From there, rap as a musical genre took off during the 1980s within the African-American communities of New York City, inspired partially from jazz, partially from funk, recognizable for putting the beat and lyrics forward and letting the melody hang back.
This is part of why I fucking love the Green Scorpion. He gives the rundown. He would be a great history teacher. He would be a great teacher in general. Like, holy crap.
If there's even a melody to speak of. And as jazz and funk were at first played at cheaper venues, rap became popular among the street crowds for its rhythmic style and flow. As young rap listeners grew into new rap artists, the life experiences that they brought to their songs would often hearken to plights of the urban lower class, perhaps tackling issues of gang violence, drug crime, or the struggle of avoiding law enforcement. For this, rap has been seen as disagreeable to some.
Yeah.
I'm sure many of us were told as children not to listen to it, lest our virgin minds be corrupted. Unlike all the rock and country songs on the radio that are also singing about sex and violence most of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
In spite of its humble roots, rap has evolved into a musical art all its own, most associated with hip-hop, but also dabbling into other genres like R&B, rock, disco, etc. giving us esteemed artists like Grandmaster Flash, the Beastie Boys, Eminem, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj, Post Malone, Baby No Money, and many, many others. And with more play in mainstream movies and media, it's stretching out of its stigma and reaching more people than ever before. Despite its prestigious history in the general public zeitgeist, however, the world of video games doesn't actually dabble in rap all too often, which isn't too surprising. Rap, by its nature, necessitates lyrics. Video games often wish to keep your attention on the gameplay, so OSTs that utilize lyrics, let alone rap, are used sparingly. That said, when rap does show up in video games, it's often a treat. Some games even dedicated an entire soundtrack to the genre.
Oh,
so
yeah.
for your listening pleasure, I've decided to give these adroit articulators some appropriately allocated attention.
I'm
I
excited.
do want to highlight that little detail, actually. I'm here to talk about rap themes, not hip-hop as a whole. While these two terms are often used interchangeably, hip-hop incorporates other fields like DJing, b-boying, etc., rap being one of its many tools. So basically, all rap is hip-hop, but not all hip-hop is rap. You feel me? One per franchise.
Skull, it's just funny you say that about like comparing between Wambu and Oscar. If you want a really good example of how these two different countdown makers write, watch both of their countdowns for their favorite skulls. The way they both conduct each of their countdown videos is so different, and it's so fascinating to see.
As usual, and I'm going to judge these themes based on a number of factors. Musical quality, good use of rhythm and syncopation, writing, articulation, and I'll even give bonus points for context because these are songs written to elevate gameplay.
That's an interesting
Mostly,
character.
Though, I'm looking for themes that I can expect the average hip-hop enthusiast to enjoy even outside of the scope of video games. Also, I want to give a major shout out to my homies Mitch, Sheikah Arts, and Wambu, who were kind enough to listen to the setlist that I compiled and help me judge these themes. And finally, I'm gonna come out and say that I am not some kind of hip-hop hierophant and not as well-versed in the rap genre as I would like. So if I get a few things wrong here and there, or if my takes are whack, please go easy on me. Even if I'm not a rap scallion, I have huge respect for
a rapscallion.
the genre, and this is my attempt to pay homage to a musical form that deserves all the credit and attention it gets. And if you want to educate me further, please hit me up in the comments. But for now, it's time to let the rappers do the talking.
Let's do it.
Scorpion, and these are my top 10 video game rap themes.
Alright then, give it to us, Oscar. Break it down. Someone mentioned Persona before.
When it comes to lyrics in video game songs, an all-time champion is the Persona series.
Oh yeah.
Game after game, Atlus sources amazing musicians to pen pure polyphonic poetry that somehow doesn't distract the player from their strategic decision-making, and doesn't get old after hundreds of repeats in a 100-hour playthrough.
I don't know how many times I've listened to the Persona 5 soundtrack. Their songs are so good, I want to cover them at some point.
I zeroed in on Persona 3 Reload pretty quickly, and while I thought it might go to mass destruction or it's going down now, I ultimately landed on Color Your Night, which plays anytime you explore the city after dark. Now, my first question was going to be how Reload's version compares to the original track from Persona 3.
Okay.
As high quality as Reload is, a few songs, including Mass Destruction, sound a bit better to me in the original than their cleaner modern versions. But to my surprise, the original didn't have Color Your Night. This is a Reload original. That's a testament to just how well it fits into the rest of the song list, borrowing leitmotifs from Joy and being worked into the incredible credits theme at the end. Persona is a series of dichotomy, your high-action dungeon crawling juxtaposed by the simpler but equally important daily life. Color Your Night captures that same dichotomy in a call and response between rap and traditional singing. In the former case, we have Lotus Juice, who pioneered the use of rap in J-pop and hits clear and cool vocalizations. In the latter is Azumi Takahashi, who has the most wonderful tone in a more jazzy lounge style. It's like chasing a perfectly crispy French fry with a sip of a sultry milkshake, Two contrasting flavors that feel like they were made for each other. Add in those high quality instruments, particularly that iconic electric organ at the beginning, and you got a velvety smooth winner on your hands. And that's even before I get to the song's themes. The lyrics here are rather basic, conveying the simple premise of driving around the city at night and getting stuff done. Not that our protagonist has a car, but the feeling it conveys is nondescript enough to fit whatever you might be doing in this moment of downtime. Shopping for medicine and skill cards, studying at the coffee shop, talking to that grumpy monk at the club, or coming back home to cook and watch TV with your roommates. All pretty mundane stuff, but the way the song talks about running errands celebrates the beauty in that cycle, making the night-to-night minutia feel like a beautiful dance and stressing just how great it is to share this life with your friends that have your back.
Damn.
Nostalgia and a bit of melancholy to it. Lotus Juice whispers.
He has all this stuff to say. We're only at number 10. Holy shit.
Repeating how it's gonna be a
good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night.
All while Takahashi sings about performing a lullaby and saying goodbye for the evening. The song urges you to enjoy these seemingly unremarkable nights of your life with the sense that they might not last as long as you like, which is exactly the theme of this game.
As I drift across the sky, the overhead turns high, so good night.
Incredibly profound for a number 10 entry, no?
Yeah.
Well, the rap may be well integrated into the song, but it does feel like only half its composition. And for that, I didn't really feel like I could rank it any higher. That, and while I'm always impressed that Japanese songwriters can write English lyrics that are even halfway coherent, the word choices here are a bit on the simple side.
Two hands meet at zenith. Nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long.
That line always jumped out at me, but I think we can do better, and we will. Still, I'm always ready for another wander in the night.
Yeah, sometimes I guess you just need that song that you can just like. Okay, this is such a weird. Said need to guessing. Leave. Need to head out. See you later if you're still alive. See you later. Serious. Have a good time. But yeah, this is such a weird romanticized fantasy. But it's the idea of like going through the city with some very specific music in your ears and just letting that guide you through the dark city. It's such a romanticized thing to do, but I don't know, I've always wanted to try at some point. I've just never known what music to play. What is this game?
I bet you
Okay, he's a fucking Tumblr man. Look at him.
thought you were safe from League of Legends on a list like this.
Oh, it's League of Legends. Oh my god, what a place to pause. But it's League of Legends? It must be some new thing.
Right? Nope. The Plane of Runeterra has gone full multimedia now, with several games outside of the main MOBA, a critically acclaimed series on Netflix, and a hub for musical collaborations. To many, ironically, the worst part about League of Legends is League of Legends itself.
Yeah, that's so funny. Because, like, you know, amazing, Netflix show. All these, like, other, like, side games and, like, the music is amazing. What do every League of Legends fan tell you? Don't play League of Legends!
But the concept of record labels in this high fantasy setting has existed for a while, starting with Pentakill, the at-the-time in-universe metal band made up of several of League's hardest core characters. And also Sona, because she's versatile. Over time, Pentakill was eclipsed by an even bigger musical sensation.
Oh yeah, KDA.
Inspired girl group KDA.
I remember when KDA popped out. Oh my god, the internet near exploded.
K-pop as a genre is no stranger to incorporating rap into their songs to great effect. Seriously, just look at K-pop Demon Hunters, also on Netflix. It'll be a missed opportunity not to make some kind of Arcane collab.
See it?
But as good as the song Pop Stars is, KDA is not our fictional band of choice either, because similar to Demon Hunters, Riot introduced a rival boy band to the K-pop stars in the form of Heartsteel. And our song of choice is Paranoia. And now that Riot has taken the lore and world building of Runeterra more seriously, all of this music business drama has been relegated to its own alternate universe with variants of the normal League characters, so they can just go crazy with the concept.
Alright.
Let's talk about this all-star cast. We got Cincinnati-born artist Cal Scrubby as Kane, Taiwanese-American singer Ozzy as Set, and Nigerian-American rapper Toby Lou as Kasante. all amazing performers who are still living out eclectic careers. Then as Ezreal, we have Baekhyun from the Korean-Chinese supergroup EXO. Look, I didn't know too much about K-pop before researching this, but even I've heard of EXO. That's a huge get.
Okay.
And rounds out a diverse group of powerful champions with a diverse group of talented performers. And in lore, you also have the champion Yone acting as the producer and DJ, and Defelios playing many of the instruments. But neither of them sing, so they're harder to credit as they're really the result of dozens of musicians and editors.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this dang song, because it is a trip.
Also, this animation.
It's a diss track to all of their haters. The lyrics tell of how once you make it big and find success, there's a sea of would-be competitors waiting for your eventual fall from grace. But rather than just being spiteful, paranoia stands its ground and hypes itself up in the face of it all.
Growing up, I was a problem that they didn't solve. I'm the piece that wouldn't fit inside a jigsaw.
Each member gets a verse to spit some bars, all with excellent articulation. The instrumentation is varied enough to give each verse its own feel that highlights that group member's strengths, all while an immaculate bass line keeps the whole song consistent until we can get to that earworm of a chorus.
Alright. Ooh.
Here, the focus goes from hyping each individual to showcasing their strengths as a group. Hype is the operative word here. This is a great one to listen to while defending your Gold League ranking in a tough match.
Oh,
or
God.
any other setting where you feel like you're surrounded by haters. And that really speaks to me because I'm not the most acclaimed gamer on YouTube, but I've certainly had my fair share of haters. Sometimes you just need to ignore them, but it doesn't hurt to get a little self-aggrandizing while wearing AirPods in the comfort of your own home. Yeah, haters, charge in and crumble because I ain't going nowhere.
Hell
The music
yeah.
video is also just, pardon the phrase, a riot. Looks like these guys
Ha!
have a lot of fun together. Really sells the illusion of a real band of bros. It's as awesome as it is incredibly silly. Now, I'm keeping this one a little low because while the rap in the verses and the bridge is a great homage to classic hip-hop, I feel like the melody in the chorus is the real draw for a lot of people. That and, well, this song is from a video game, but not really in a video game.
Yeah, that was something I wondered because like this is from it's related to the game universe of League of Legends, but it's not in the game itself. It's another media. It's a music video on YouTube. So it's just like,
Maybe it played on the title screen at some period, I honestly don't remember, but it serves more as a glorified commercial for League.
yeah.
A really colorful, hard-hitting commercial. Sometimes something can be a cynical marketing move and a beautiful piece of art at the same time, which I think is just the K-pop industry in a nutshell, if I'm being honest.
Alright, cool, cool. Mad World.
Taking out the pop and adding in some hard rock, at number 8 we have 2012's Anarchy Reigns. Or
No.
Max Anarchy, as some might know
Oh, my mistake.
it. This game sort of faded into obscurity. If you don't remember, it was a 3D action game by Platinum Games as a spiritual successor to Mad World.
Okay, I was half right.
Back a bunch of the characters and making them go to war in the streets of a post-apocalyptic city. And when it comes to street warfare, rap is a pretty good genre of choice. This soundtrack has a number of bangers, including My Pride and Sound the Alarm, but the one I'm going with is My Town, My City, which by the title tells you everything you need to know about where you are and why you need to run. We have
Yeah.
another fun blend of East and West here. This time our performer is Skits the Samarita, a rapper originally from San Francisco who had an impressive turn on Tokyo radio in the late aughts. He's here singing over a soundtrack composed by Naoto Tanaka, a Capcom veteran. You might best know him from Mega Man X 5 through 8 and
Oh.
the original Phoenix Wright trilogy. Yeah, underappreciated legend right here.
He made the soundtrack for the Phoenix Wright games? Oh, he is
Here
good.
we have a simple instrumentation that goes pretty hard on its own, but also can sit back and let the lyrics be the star of the show. And those lyrics, these are my streets and me and my boys are gonna protect them.
No, it's time to rid the invaders. Show 'em who in this town is the greatest. Defend our home, know where we made this. Ain't no time to be going on hiatus. No, under the battle
a lot of old West Coast rap, this song can be seen as romanticizing gang violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go joining any gangs, kids. That's
Don't
not
do
what we're
it.
here to promote. We could also get into why there's so much about gangs and rap, the urban migration movement, and racial districting, but I think I'd rather just talk about this cool song from this cool game if you don't mind. Look, we're in a post-apocalypse where there's not really any law enforcement willing to help this place. The only way to protect yourself from dangerous crime families is to join one yourself. And however you weigh the morality versus the need for survival, it does instill a strong sense of camaraderie that's prevalent in these lyrics. And while I call the instrumentation simple, there's a lot of cool nuances, such as the percussion variations and Tanaka's trusty electric synth providing a nice chord progression. The classic rock instruments here include electric guitars, bass, hard-hitting drums, and even electric strings that add ambience and fuel the rap with some dynamic energy. It's a motivational battle cry pushing you forward as you drive your arm-mounted chainsaw through the opposition. And I find the fast rhythm puts me in the perfect mood for mastering some crazy Platinum Games combos. Truth be told, though, this whole soundtrack is a masterclass of rap and hip-hop. If that's your thing, I highly recommend checking it out.
I don't think I'm ever gonna play this game, but hell, we love some good old Brotherhood. This is what I was thinking of. Let's go. I remember this one. He used this in one of his old lists.
I think you better back because my hand is itching to give you a smack. What's your name again, Jack? It's the end of the road and ain't no turning back. Don't let the fly taste fool ya. Matter of fact, it's about time that I school ya.
In order for anarchy to reign, we must first live in a mad world. So, is this breaking our one per franchise rule? Well, it depends on who you ask. I mean, they're both by the same developer and feature a few of the same characters, but the way I see it, Mad World never quite calcified itself into its own series. Anarchy Reigns is more of a spiritual successor. So, maybe I can get away with this, or maybe all this rap is turning me into a rule-breaking bad boy. But speaking of bad boys, Mad World introduces the truly legendary final boss, the Black Baron. Starting as a joke character, the Baron introduces and seemingly dies in every bloodbath challenge.
Yeah.
Either there's multiple of him, or he possesses some kind of resurrective power like Kenny from South Park. And that might explain how he achieved the rank of number 1 in Deathwatch and stands as Jack's last opponent. Set in a homicidal kickboxing arena to our lucky number 7 song, Look Pimpin'. That's right,
Hell yeah.
we got a boss theme. And
There we
needed
go.
all this background because I need you to understand the amount of build-up this song has to live up to before I can explain how it knocks it out of the park. Performed by Sick YG, this boss track doubles as a brutal diss track, written from the Baron's point of view, looking down on you. The lyrics hit hard and fast, constantly switching up the rhythm with a semi-automatic spray of rhymes.
I just kept hearing your name too much, and that's it. Now I just came to touch your backbone with a boot. I came to the tooth. It don't take much now, ain't that the truth?
Clearly the Baron's been on top of his game for a while. He wasn't even gonna risk getting his coat dirty, but so many fans are chirping about this chainsaw guy, so the Baron's gonna put him in his place with a swift, industrial-grade backhand to the face.
Fuck
But there's
yeah.
a lot going on here musically, too. Sick YG's recording incorporates some very clever harmony, especially during the chorus. Plus, there's some female vocals in the background that I assume represents Matilda, the Baron's treacherous partner. Man, gotta love that diegetic storytelling. The instrumentation includes excellent percussion and bass, with the crowning jewel being the brass section. The horns make this song truly bombastic and get the beat stuck in your head long after you finish the game. It's a spinning pile driver of funk, hip-hop, and jazz, each with a very 80s feel individually, but crashed together to feel very modern. This song is also kind of the father to the last entry. Not just because the two games are related, but Look Pimpin' uses the lyrics My City, My Town.
Ah, yeah,
to
that's
the
right.
Anarchy Reign song My Town, My City.
My town, my city, and a close look, it's all gritty. In a minute, you gonna be laying on the ground. I ain't messing around. My city, my rules, my money, my town.
And on top of everything else,
Damn.
this song is just funny. Mad World is a crazy game with a stupid premise, and this is perfect for the finale. But as you can see, the music here isn't as lowbrow as you might assume while listening to it. Like a fidget spinner made by a rocket scientist, the mechanics here are far more refined than you might expect. More so than the rest of the game, even. Howard and Kreese may be a little over-dependent on profanity for their comedy, but Look Pimpin' is one of the only songs in the game that doesn't swear. No, I'm serious.
Really?
Check the transcript. The most mature word here is murder, I guess? No easy laughs here. This is a bona fide work of art to represent a character who is both extremely silly and extremely cool. And
Okay, that's pretty cool, yeah.
apparently not black?
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Howard and Kree suggest in their commentary that maybe he's secretly a white guy, and I really don't want that to be true.
Oh,
I just
God.
know for sure that the voice actor is black. And worst comes to worst, I think the Baron will survive being cancelled. He survived damn near everything else.
What the? Okay. That's something to say. What is this now? I have no idea what this is. Got a cool beat.
You better recognize they don't give a care about the city of life before the
Nikkei.
You better hide 누군가 접근하시 to the broken heart neon sign 널 modify 널 무력화
Back to K-pop rap with this one, and wow, I never thought I'd be talking about Nikkei. Not like I should be complaining much about gacha games. I played more
And also, Nikkei is kind of known for some big things. Yeah, I'll go with that.
than my fair share of Fire Emblem Heroes, finally quit when I realized it was no longer giving me enjoyment, and proceeded to funnel all that passion into Zenless Zone Zero. So if you don't know, Goddess of Victory Nikkei is a Korean-developed third-person shooter about protecting the last bastion of humanity from aliens with the help of special robotic soldiers called Nikkei, which all happen to be attractive young women.
Of
yeah,
course.
Sailor Moon rules here. If they aren't girls, it's just not gonna work. I haven't played this one for more than a few minutes, and I certainly haven't shelled out a single cent for it, but I don't need to mortgage my house on microtransactions to know that Boomsday is an immaculate track. We have artists Hunger Noma and Nonabar to thank for this one. Boomsday shares its name with a major event that happens in the game, focused around the character Eleg. You could say that this is her theme song, but in universe,
I have seen this girl around on the internet in various stages. So this is where she is from.
this is the theme song to the fictitious game Eleg's obsessed with, Boom. And if you couldn't tell, it's a spoof off Doom. Eleg is clearly a superfan. She sometimes goes by Boom Guy, and her main weapon is obviously modeled off the BFG. Also, her favorite hobby, pretty much her life's goal, is to run Boom on as many different devices as she can. A reference to the real-life trend of installing Doom on everything from microwaves to pregnancy tests.
I was about to say, it's a whole fucking meme of can it run Doom?
I'm not joking. Please look this up.
It's so
And
funny.
if you think about it, this track represents the Doomslayer more so than it represents Nikkei Eleg. And they didn't just settle for a simple parody here. This is more of a what if Doom was K-pop?
Oh.
Lyrics, which switch back and forth between English and Korean, contain references to bloody spine-ripping executions and invading alien worlds with super lasers.
도망칠 나가던 너지 또 다른 로스트 섹터 just another
Skull, no you haven't. Skull, no you haven't. That's insane. What?
story another legend another chapter 찍어준 집어 that's my final gesture no more question I'm professor's lecture so
That staggering between languages sounds like it would be janky, but really, it just gives the lyricist more freedom to play with syncopation. And with how well the rappers articulate, it makes each line hit like a truck. Similar to Paranoia, there's a kind of dark underground club feel to this one, largely because of the mixing. You have electronic sounds like synths, staccato-style percussion, and horns that sound far off and alone. Now, I should mention that when ordering this list, I almost dropped this below Look Pimpin' a few times. Because, again, that song is hilarious, badass, and is actually in a game. I think Boomsday is another case of promotional songs written for the game, but not actually appearing in the game.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Aside from the impressive multilingual lyrics, it's an equally effective diss track, just one written from the hero's perspective instead of the villain's. And I think what I enjoy most about this song is the intertextuality of it all. I mean,
What?
we got a link between Nikkei and Doom here. And come to think of it, Doom doesn't sound like this at all. It's all about that hard rock.
Oh, yeah.
This is Doom through the filter of Nikkei. As an
That's
experiment,
funny.
I let this track run while playing some Doom Eternal with the music muted, and you know what? It kicks ass.
Really?
it may cause brain damage 만약 신이 있다면 그의 현실은 knowledge 오랜 한 입에 삼키는 어둠에서
Okay, I see it. I see it.
고통도 아픔도 이제는 하나 없이 봉쇄
I want a whole
Okay.
soundtrack like this. Or hell, maybe get Nikkei's devs to make a new IP called Boom with this music style. Or hey, get with Platinum Games and set it in the Mad World universe. Maybe a first-person shooter with this same Sin City coloring, and you can find a way to put microtransactions in there if you want. You already got a badass dude with a chainsaw arm. Listen to me. This song has me hyped for a game that doesn't even exist. So, yeah, if Doomslayer likes K-pop, I expect to see this on his Spotify. He might even already have Nikke downloaded for all I know. It can get boring on those long interstellar flights from hell.
Alright. That would be certainly be interesting. Wait, what does that mean? Hey, Oscar, what does that mean? I saw you have DM me, Skull, but what? What? Please explain yourself. And I will fix it.
I'm not the victim, I am the system. I'm not in the wrong with my infinite wisdom. Follow my words even if I contradict them. It's my house, Michelle, I'll be the one to evict them.
5.5? Yeah, we got another roast beef Strudelberg situation.
Oh, like that. Ah, okay. For those people who don't know what this refers to, basically, last time this sort of thing happened, the list was basically done, but then he found an obvious candidate that should be on the list, but it was too late to like reorganize everything, so they just made he just made a quick like shout out to that entry.
And I'll let the hardcore Green Scorpion fans enjoy that reference. But for the rest of you, that means that you're getting a little bonus.
That's me! That's me! I'm one of those!
Century. I was already deep into the final edit of this video when Wambu brought to my attention Sorry We're Closed, a 2023 survival horror game depicting the tumultuous struggle between angels and demons. I've never played this one, and frankly I'm not sure I ever will. Just looking at this shit is wigging me out. But I have an angel and a devil on my shoulder, and they're both saying that I should include the song Dream Eater because, yeah, it goes pretty freaking hard. As the boss theme for, well, the Dream Eater,
Yeah.
this song is a great showcase of dark hip-hop, mixing a non-melodic gangsta rap style with a very Catholic-sounding organ and chorus to create a really uneasy atmosphere. And there's some well-executed trap instrumentation to actually make it listenable. Like many rap-based boss themes, the lyrics give us a window into Dream Eater's point of view, performed by Okumura and Darius Roberts. Dream Eater found companionship in an angel called Shamuel, and consequently, the two began to lose their immortality. The transcript here is haunting and strangely profound. Dream Eater wishes to stay with his angelic soulmate, but also clings to his demonic nature, refusing to give up the qualities that makes him who he is, while also cursing the fact that he was made this way in the first place.
Okay.
Why am I angry? Why am I pissed? It's your fault, cause you're in my presence, you've ended my bliss. You want the darkness, I'm going to drag you into the abyss. Now that you're here, the cycle is broken, I'll end it with this. Dream Eater.
And the sound editing nails it.
Okay.
Not only is it eerie enough to keep the tension of the battle, but also serves as a dirge to this unfortunate soul. This is a theme that is clearly meant to be experienced under the duress of the boss fight, and yet it's a fascinating song to just listen to by itself.
Makes sense that Wambu knows about games like this. Holy shit.
The prose hits hard, and while I can sometimes be judgmental of slant rhymes that only work due to the lack of enunciation, rap is the perfect genre to make that sort of thing flow. In this case, the simplicity of some of the rhymes just makes Dream Eater sound more forlorn and resigned to his fate.
Angelic demon, transcending heathens. The balance on the scale between good and evil ain't even. And even when it is, there's always someone trying to tip it. Tug of war with my arms instead of rope, I'm so conflicted.
So yeah, if I had heard this one before I finalized the countdown, it'd land firmly between Boomsday and the next song on our list.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I hereby grant Dream Eater the honorary 5.5 spot.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will appease the angels and demons enough to leave me out of their toxic relationship issues.
Oh,
if
God.
disturbing horror, tragic narratives, and dark hip-hop is your thing, give this game a shot. For me, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, but that is really. For No More Heroes makes sense, but also I would think it's on Steam. If not on Steam, then like itch.io or something. Also. Oh, that is a bit audibly disorienting. Okay. Oh.
I think it's a rule at this point that anytime I mention Mad World, I have to mention No More Heroes at some point.
Ha!
Though, unlike its fellow ultra-violent motion-controlled Wii exclusive, No More Heroes actually escaped the console and continued into a small series. And as far as banger rap themes go, we have a couple to choose from here. No More Heroes 2 gave us Nathan is our boss, and No More Heroes 3 has Itadakimasu, both of which kick ass. But our number 5 pick comes not from a numbered entry in the series, but rather the odd side game Travis Strikes Again. This game is a black sheep, even among this black sheep of a franchise, changing up the gameplay considerably with fast-paced top-down action and presenting a story where Travis gets sucked into an old video game console. Suda51 was never exactly reverent of the fourth wall, but this game tears what's left of that flimsy barrier off its hinges to air Suda's grievances with the video game industry and his reluctance to continue his most critically successful franchise.
Okay.
To be extra weird, this song isn't even from this strange side game, but rather the Strange Side Games DLC. This is the boss theme of the game's last post-adventure challenge, On Your Mark, Get Set, Go. It took a 5-man band of rap artists to bring this one to life, performed by Dubby Maple, Tokyo Trill, Mebeam, Surepurutame, and Devin. Yeah, just Devin. Sounds a little ordinary next to these other names, but I guess Devin's gotta keep it real. This is maybe the strangest song I'm covering today with its blend of hip-hop and EDM. We're also jumping back and forth mid-sentence between English and Japanese. None of this is a strange bit, but rather, this composition is just unsettling. We start off with that weird electric decomposition, which to me sounds like what Travis might hear when he's crossing dimensions into the video game world. The backing is made up of the loudest electric instruments they had available. It's artificial, abrasive, and quite the earworm.
Holy shit.
Especially when it mixes in the main No More Heroes theme. In fact, that weird cacophony you hear at the beginning is actually the No More Heroes theme in reverse.
Oh, really?
A fitting way to introduce this final boss.
Okay.
Now let's talk about that boss, as it's the lyrics from his point of view that really sell this song for me. Here we fight Silverface, who in-universe is a video game character within the console Travis is exploring, a game called Killer Marathon. And while that sounds like the kind of ultra-violent fare Travis is used to, it's actually just a pinball machine. This guy was a complete non-combatant, a mild-mannered guy that the developers have ripped and changed to be a boss completely counter to his personality.
Okay.
That silver face is just spray paint added to mask him, and he's having a real crisis of identity when we meet him. In the pre-fight dialogue, and continuing into the lyrics of the song, Silverface laments his confused existence. He doesn't feel like he knows who this Silverface even is, or how he's supposed to be him. Not only that, Silverface is completely aware that he's a DLC boss, not even worthy to be in the main game. No one is going to remember him, most players won't even get this DLC, and the ones that do probably care more about the new playable character than him. This isn't a joke, he actually says this. This is a long song, with each of the 5 artists stepping in for different choruses, verses, and refrains.
Okay.
This voices lends itself to Silverface's confused self-identity, trying to work this out as he fights you. This goes double for his inability to keep to just one language. And like the best No More Heroes bosses, this inner struggle can be seen to reflect Travis's own, which would explain why we start with a literal reflection of Travis's theme and hear that theme throughout the song. Like, when you think about it, Travis 2 isn't the cool guy that this game made him out to be. Like, yeah, he's a super assassin, but that means that this is a world where obsessing over anime and walking around seedy bars with an off-brand lightsaber can actually get you into a cool assassin tournament. But in a realistic setting, Travis would be kind of a loser, and his adventures haven't exactly brought him happiness. Why do you think he's out here in a trailer playing demonic Atari instead while he procrastinates finishing his trilogy?
It's so wild.
This is everything I love about Suda51 games, man. It's weird, it's sad, and it goes so freaking hard.
What the hell? That is wild. Alright, but I gotta quickly go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, back. Alright, let's continue.
You need to learn to stop pissing me off!
Oh, Street Fighter? Also, holy crap.
I knew there'd be more of you.
With the
German?
international nature of video game development, it shouldn't be surprising we've encountered a few languages. English, Japanese, Korean. Seeing as those are the national languages of the 3 biggest gaming markets, it's cool to hear them incorporated into different raps. So for number 4, sure, let's throw some German in there.
Hell yeah.
König oder Feigling, which translates to King of Cowards, is a song from Street Fighter 6 and acts as the character theme for Ed. And what a journey this character has had. Originally a background character in Street Fighter 4, Ed was a human experiment for Shadaloo who was rescued in Balrog's story, becoming the boxer's protege. He became playable in Street Fighter V's DLC, met by the fanbase with a resounding, who the hell is this guy? But his psycho-powered punches, not to mention another rap theme in that game that almost made this list, gave him just enough staying power to return to Street Fighter 6, where he'd eventually lead Neo Shadaloo, a group of former unwilling experiments like himself. That's a unique and remarkable career path for someone with such an unremarkable name.
Life has many doors, Ed boy.
When I talk about unique career paths, though, let's talk about the artist of this song, Kanal von Blumio. Ever since I looked this guy up, I've been obsessed. A Japanese-born musician, he immigrated to Germany, which, if you didn't know, has a huge rap scene.
Really?
How guttural and consonant-heavy the German language is, these bars hit hard.
Der Street Fighter in mir will weiter marschieren. Vielleicht werde ich mich hin und wieder auf der langen Reise verehren. Hat nicht keine Manieren, vielleicht sind sie schöner, größer, reicher, aber im Ich-Sein bietet mir keiner die Stirn.
König oder
I wish I knew more German. Ah.
Feigling is sung only in German aside from the occasional English phrase, and unlike the previous songs on this list, doesn't utilize any actual singing until the very end. We're not leaning on a strong melody this time. This song has to build to earn that harmonic payoff. Not to say that this is musically lacking at all. The drums, synths, and electric guitars come out swinging. But what's especially impressive to me is that slow build.
My only question is, why the hell do the guys all have cardboard boxes with a fucking Warhammer logo on them?
Starting with a foreboding sound that eventually grows into an almost heroic theme. It's even better if you know the translation. Substituting the English words doesn't carry the same intensity, of course, let alone it doesn't rhyme.
I also just realized this, the sound of this one reminds me a bit of, Back to Rise from, I want to say King of Fighters.
That way, but transcribing these lyrics gives us a rags to
Made by Mick Gordon, who made the Doom soundtrack.
richest ballad that would be as fitting for a rising rap star as a rookie boxer going for the title, or a former captive inciting a revolution against M. Bison. The first verse is full of Ed's personal demons, his struggles thinking how he's not good enough, never being able to rest on his laurels after each victory, knowing that there's always someone out there who'd like to usurp his lofty pedestal. But by the second verse, Blumio's built up so much momentum that you can't imagine standing in his way. He's got the strength to persevere, the wisdom to watch his back, and the passion to do what needs to be done.
Holy crap.
Or to roughly translate my favorite line,
In jeder Fehde steckt ein König und ein Feigling. Du musst dich entscheiden, bist du heute Löwe oder Schweinchen?
you must
Ooh.
decide today. Are you a lion or a pig? Are you predator or prey?
Damn.
This song sold me on Ed as a mainstay in Street Fighter. I don't remember if I paid him much mind before, but I sure as hell do now. And even removing it from its context, this song is mathematically perfected hype. Do me a
Math?
favor and look up the EVO 2024 match between Momochi and Ending Walker. Hearing Ed's theme in an Ed vs. Ed mirror match will tell you everything you need to know. It's a dog-eat-dog world. out
Okay.
there, and if Ed's going down, it's because his opponent was just as hungry.
Hell yeah.
And I'll punch a hole through you.
Okay, badass. Here we go. Here's the Jet Set radio. I was waiting for it.
We only getting started. Yeah, I got the light. He got the light. We got the light. What you know about it? So much light. More light than a strike in your power bill. Or a match when it's strike, we devour ill. They don't know how to feel. Their minds cripple mental gangbangers. never saw losers, but we game changers.
These last few entries have gotten a bit heavy, so let's switch to something lighter. In the 2000s, Sega developed a short series called Jet Set Radio, a game about skating through vibrant cel-shaded settings and graffitiing every surface you can find to assert your dominance over rival street gangs,
Hell
all
yeah.
while avoiding the authorities. They're incredibly underrated titles that grind the fine line between edgy anti-authority hijinks and good, clean, water-soluble fun.
And still being asked about, I talked about to this day, like people still want more Jet Set Radio.
While Sega likes to wheel out these characters whenever Sonic's having a big mascot get-together, they
Yeah.
really haven't done anything with the IP in recent years. Well, Indie does what Sega won't. And in 2023, we got the legally distinct Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which spiritually succeeds the original in every way, right down to a hippie-hoppy soundtrack composed by Jet Set veteran Hideki Naganuma.
Okay.
But Naganuma didn't actually write the winning song here. Fittingly, the spotlight goes to some younger blood, a performer known as Sky Blue with a song simply titled Light Switch. And now maybe you get the joke in my first sentence. Speaking of which, do yourself a favor and follow Sky Blue on YouTube, SoundCloud, anywhere really. He's got some great nerdy lo-fi beats, some of my favorites being a set of Pokemon-inspired songs called HMO2, HMO4, and HMO5.
Oh, that's fun.
As for Light Switch,
That kind of reminds me of the VTuber Tricky V, who has made some songs based on certain Pokemon moves. I believe one of them is Dream Eater. Then I forgot what the other one is. I know there's at least two.
it's a feel-good song that to me exemplifies that kind of 90s fit-for-cable clean rap. You know, the kind of stuff that Will Smith was doing during his Bel Air days. Like the game it's in, it's just a little edgy, but leaves you feeling optimistic. You won't want to smash any mailboxes after this one, but rather just maybe go out into the world and express yourself. This is accomplished with gentle percussion, easy bass, electric synths played with the hand of a classically trained pianist, and Sky Blue's laid-back enunciation putting the lyrics center stage. And if I can give my own interpretation here, I think it's a song about not taking things too hard.
Okay.
There's some annoyances expressed in the song, and we certainly acknowledge that the world can be a hard place to live in, especially nowadays. But as easily as things can all go wrong, they can all go right again like the flick of that eponymous light switch.
Ready for the challenge. The dichotomy of dark and light is all about balance. Life's never perfect. Beauty runs deeper than the surface. Album on sale, but the soul not for purchase.
You ever hear Turn It Off from the Book of Mormon? It's like that.
Hey, Book of Mormon! Didn't expect Book of Mormon called out, but hell yeah.
But without the clear emotional repression. Just stay flexible, and when life turns your lights out, you turn them back on again. The returning chorus of is repetitive, but in a way that's kind of calming. And helpful to hear a couple of times because it is a bit of a tongue twister. As for the verses, dude, Sky Blue is such a fun writer. His nerdy interests are on full display here. You got jokes about Smash Mouth's All-Star, references to the Static Shock cartoon, a straight sample from Despicable Me that honestly jump-scared me the first time.
What?
Casual but tactical.
Listen up, please.
I'm more than
Ha!
a chess piece.
And a line about
Oh, that's
Naruto
funny.
that took me a second.
Not a sweat. Quiet as kept like Naruto's wife. He not a threat. Young vet.
Aw, come on.
Wait, what did he say?
Listen up, please.
I'm more than a chess piece.
And a line about Naruto that took me a second.
Not a sweat. Quiet as kept like Naruto's wife. He not a threat. Young vet.
Aw, come on, Sky. That's a little unfair. Hinata was great during her fight against... Wait a minute. Run it back?
Wait.
Quiet as kept like Naruto's wife. He not a threat. Young vet.
Oh, he not a threat. Okay, you're funny, Blue. I do want to give an honorable mention
okay.
to most of this game's soundtrack, especially...
One sec. Okay, back to it.
Big City Life by Kid Knievel. But Light Switch excelled in its dual purpose for me. It's great to listen to on its own, and really considering the lyrics, it's great to have in the background while you're zoning out, trying to get those half-pipe tags just right. Lo-fi beats to commit petty vandalism to? Count me in.
That was weird. Oh, The World Ends With You. One of so many games that I've heard so much about that never been close to playing it. Oh, I like this. Okay.
2 is a doozy, a real clusterfuck of musical genius from a real clusterfuck of a genius game. A real twister from The World Ends With You.
Okay.
The World Ends With You is, to most of us, a fairly niche action RPG on the Nintendo DS that managed to earn a few remasters, an anime adaptation, an appearance
really?
in Kingdom Hearts, and eventually a sequel thanks to its cult status with a strong fanbase. And for that fan base, it's an intricately designed masterpiece where game design and narrative choices interweave together, all in favor of the writer's directed effort to promote a narrative theme of cultural integration and expanding one's horizons.
Okay.
It's the sort of game where picking at just one thread unweaves the entire fabric. It's hard to talk about just one thing, and Twister is ostensibly the main song of the game, playing on not just the title screen, but also at multiple key points of the story and during the game's final boss. Like the game it comes from, Twister is so complex with interlocking parts that I see no way to introduce it but to just hop right in. Performed by Sawa Kato, MJR, and Mai Matsuda, Twister is in itself a twister. A chaotic mix of musical styles and ideas. It's like Shibuya's Scramble Crossing, which itself becomes indicative in the game of a crossroad of ideas and identities, where different personalities collide or combine into this messy tapestry of life. At the beginning of the game, Neku Sakuraba is a misanthrope who longs to hide in his headphones and shut himself off from other people.
Oh,
but
man.
forced into a crazy extraplanar contest to save his own life, Neku is forced to confront this spinning maelstrom of ideas and become part of the world, lest he be prematurely removed from it. So yeah, that's a lot of responsibility to put onto one song, so how does it achieve this abstract goal? Well, what we have here is a puree of rock, funk, and blues, all woven through a central column of hip-hop. The artificial sterility of keyboards clash with the naturalistic twang of acoustic guitars, interrupted by a sudden trumpet anthem, and just the sickest electric guitar riffs, all while the rappers race through a word salad I need 5 hours and a dedicated dramaturge just to properly interpret for you.
Okay.
And if they just threw all these
Sounds
things together
good.
with no thought, it would be an utter cacophony. The fact that they balance this into something not only coherent, but endlessly listenable is nothing short of miraculous. Now, I'm pretty sure that the real The World Ends With You fans out there are clucking at me right now. Twister? Pfft, which one? Yeah, it's kind of
What?
a meme at this point. There's like 20 official versions of this song. The original DS release had the title mix, the gang mix, the JP mix, and the final boss version. These were all updated in the iOS version, plus the Kingdom mix for its Dream Drop Distance appearance, and the Neo remix for the sequel. And hats off to all the sound designers for adjusting and optimizing the song for so many different purposes.
What the hell,
It's a
man?
testament to the song's versatility and lasting impact. And if I had to choose just one, I'm picking the final remix, which is an attempt to combine the best of all versions for the corresponding final remix of the game on HD consoles.
Okay.
Now, my honorable mentions from this game are pretty much the entire game's soundtrack. Well, the songs in the soundtrack that are actually rap, that is. The whole OST is equally versatile and goes just as hard. But for true fans of the game, it's easy to see why Twister is the takeaway champion, as it really codifies the game's themes into music. Some interpretations of the lyrics even claim that the song is a one-to-one retelling of the story. I don't know about that, but it definitely gets across that each character needs to win this death game and get back to their lives to chase their dreams. Looming over their struggle is the threat of death, or as the song forebodingly puts it,
What is this?
it's an unknown fate that awaits whoever can't escape their mortality. And what starts as just a single powerful line at the end of a verse eventually becomes a chain
Sorry, I'm just looking at this gameplay and I have no idea what the hell is happening. There's just so much going on the screen.
chasing the characters, which is used to introduce the game's final boss. The rest of the song consists of the sights and sounds around Neku as he talks to people he otherwise would have just ignored, learning to appreciate this diversity of people because, as the game's title puts it, the world ends with you. And if you don't get yourself out there to try and understand new things, your world is going to be very small.
Huh.
Kind of a point in favor of listening to rap, actually.
Okay.
There was a time when I took it for granted that most rap was crude and devoid of real meaning. But now, I can't imagine my world without this incredible genre of music that I've come to respect so much.
Huh,
And
okay.
I know the scope of this discussion is getting a little broad, but that's just what this song does to me. We're going a mile a minute, and before I know it, we're at our number 1 entry. So let's twist just a little bit farther and see what we got.
So when the name says that the world ends with you, it means that your own personal world? Like, your world ends with you as in the world has whatever you put into it and whatever you, like... I mean, I guess put into it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess we go... Oh, okay, no, straight to number 1. I fucking called it! Let's go, baby!
We've come a long way on this list. I've come a long way.
Hell yeah!
I can honestly say from researching this list that I've really expanded my horizons when it comes to rap, both in and out of video games. And if there's one lesson I've really taken to heart, rap and boxing go really well together.
Oh yeah!
Guys, this is me we're talking about.
Oh, okay, I wonder if he's going to talk about this, but I was exposed to this song through Death Battle. Through TJ Combo there and Balrog. That was how I was exposed to this song, and it fucking bangs!
I love fighting games, and if there's a Killer Instinct song in the running, you know I'm gonna gravitate towards it. With KI's musical mastermind Mick Gordon at the helm, performed by Omega Sparks with background vocals from Ali Edwards and Faye Newborough, at number 1 we got the character theme for TJ Combo, I'm Back to Rise.
Oh, I'm
Let's
back to
start
Rise.
with TJ Combo himself. Part of the original roster for 1994's Killer Instinct, TJ Combo is, well, a boxer. As his story goes, he was the world champion living in the lap of luxury. He loved the fame so much that to defend his title, he poured his vast sums of wealth into cybernetic enhancements in his arms so that he could punch harder and faster. And no one really cared that he could punch like a pneumatic pile driver until his surgeon from Ultratech leaked the story and ruined TJ's career.
Oh boy.
I mean, robo-arms are perfectly justified for a fighting game where your opponents are werewolves and cryokinetic aliens, but within the legality of professional boxing, I can see why it's frowned upon. In the 2 classic games, TJ is constantly trying to win back the people's affection, not to mention the fortune that comes with a heavyweight title, by taking on increasingly powerful opponents. In particular, his rival Riptor, who is a genetically modified velociraptor.
Riptor? A velociraptor is his rival. Pretty fucking badass for a rival.
He even fought back against the Ultratech Corporation itself. But the Master can't be overthrown with the Master's tools. And in the 2013 reboot, TJ Combo returned in the Season 2 DLC, having done the craziest thing he could do. He had the augmentations removed and proceeded to fight those same werewolves and dinosaurs, now equipped only with his athletic prowess and this kick-ass theme song. I'm Back to Rise plainly tells the story of a man who's known the riches, is back to rags, and is correcting his mistakes to rise again like a phoenix. It's not metaphorical either. The lyrics very plainly mention him removing his enhancements.
It feels good without the implants in me. Here to show the world that my skills want to skin deep. A charge in the wind speed, moving in the frenzy. Show I'm the champ, leaving something to envy.
Wow, after Light Switch and Twister, I'm not used to the lyrics being this direct, but there's plenty of other bits to chew on here. I especially like the references to real-life boxing history, such as the Rumble in the Jungle, one of the most famous matches of all time between George Foreman and Muhammad Ali in 1974. I also like the female vocals doing that. That's a bit
So
of a staple
good.
in Killer Instinct music.
It's so
I
good.
think that's Faye Newborough doing that part, but I'm not too sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It really helps blend this song into the rest of the game's style despite the different genre. And it also helps that the composition is once again forged from gold and mithril by Mick Gordon. This is a long song, with enough verses, bridges, and refrains to keep it from getting repetitive in a best-of-3 match, no matter how hard Conrad's zone stalls. It is incredibly dynamic, its intensity changing based on what's currently happening in the fight. But we're never too far from that hard-hitting chorus. It's a bombastic volley of hip-hop, hard rock, trap, and club music shot
So
out of your
good.
hand and straight into your skull again and again. but it also can surprise you with just how gorgeously elegant the bridge is. I also
Look, every good, strong rap song needs that one segment where the music goes away and it's just the vocalist going off. Like, Eminem does that a lot.
gotta shout out this cute little bit where you can barely hear them shouting out Kevin Bayless, who was a graphic designer for Rareware back during the original KI's development and voiced Jago and Glacius in that game.
Huh.
That's a sweet little tribute that they hid in there, and apparently he has a voice like R. Kelly.
Kevin Bayless, man. Okay. Kevin Bayless is the one that sings I think he sings that R. Kelly. He sounds like R. Kelly.
Well, as long as the comparison stopped there.
Okay.
But suffice it to say, this song hits me harder than any other on this list, and gets me on board with Combo's quest to punch his way back to the top. A lot like Ed's theme, but at a higher horsepower. Listening to the song front to back is an incredible ballad of mixing genres with that strong lyrical backbone to hold it together.
So good.
And the novelty of Killer Instinct sound mixing, letting it DJ the song differently to adapt to your gameplay, rockets it over the top for me. It's an immaculately composed theme with an energetic, engaging, empowering, and inspiring story to tell, showing that no matter how long you're gone, no matter how bad things went, no matter the mistakes you may have made, if you put in the work, it's never too late for a comeback to do amazing things.
Fuck
TJ
yeah.
Combo did it. Killer Instinct did it. So why can't we? I'm the Green Scorpion, and if there's a song you feel I missed, spit some bars for me in the comments. In the meantime, I hope you found some new tunes you like, and that this can serve as an off-ramp to find even more. There's a lot of great music out there, some of which isn't from video games. Imagine that.
Oh, yeah.
These days, any piece of art made with human hands, voices, and emotions is worth celebrating.
Yes.
Go update your playlist, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Made by human hands and voice. Oh, that was clean. Well done, well done. Oh.
This is Knuckles, and I'm back. I've been away for a while, but it's time to kick some butt here in Wild Canyon. I should collect all the pieces
Do
of
it
the
to
lost
'em.
emerald here. These fools, they think they can play with my emeralds?
Uh-huh.
They're playing with the wrong guy. Heckadona! That's what I'm representing. Never seen a Mike Hawk spitting like
The fucking wolf shirt. The wolf shirt is killing me. Oh my god.
Menace. Wild Canyon fun, I gotta chase her back. Yeah, Rouge, she's sexy and smooth. Double-cross spy thief that's out for my jewels. I'm feeling her in mysterious ways. That's why I stay on point like every single day.
Yo!
I gotta protect this place. I do it for my race.
Yeah. Do it to him. Yeah, I was there as well. How far? Oh, oh yeah, there I am. I support both these boys because they goddamn deserve it. Hell yeah. Boy, that was so awesome. I want to try and rap, honestly. I don't know what I would do for a rap cover or something, but I would love to try it out at some point.
Ain't nobody gonna come here and eat my plate, nah. Yo, what happened? My emerald's gone. Somebody gonna get theirs quick, my word is bond. Who could have done this? That snitch named Rouge. When I catch her, I'ma get her with these tools. There you are. Come here, little thief. Think you're gonna fly and get away quick? Give up the emerald. Or die. I don't love you.
I fucking love him. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so good. Got some more for us? Oh. I fucking love it. But yes, thank you, Nascat. Thank you so much.
Heckadona es lo que represento. Nunca he visto a alguien tan alerta como yo. Estoy en Wild Canyon persiguiendo un murciélago. Sí, Rouge es sexy, sensual. Ladrona, espía, traicionera, sin igual. La siento de maneras extrañas, es verdad. Día tras día estoy aquí en posición. Esta es mi casa, yo lo hago por mi raza.
Fuck yeah! That was badass! No idea what you said, but that was cool as hell. Holy shit. I'm just here vibing now. I'm just here vibing.
Nadie va a venir a robar lo que es mío, no. ¿Y qué pasó? La esmeralda no está. Alguien va a pagar por esto, te lo prometo. ¿Quién hizo esto? Esa chica es Rouge. Cuando la encuentro será mío si la tomo. Ahí estás. Ven aquí, ladronzuelo. ¿Crees que vas a volar y escapar? No, no. Dame la esmeralda y vete. No te amo ya.
Okay. First in English and then in Spanish. Or I guess Honduran, because I know he is Honduran. But yeah, basically Spanish. I think. Sorry if I'm wrong. Oh, but that was tight. That was good. That was good. Oh, that was some cool shit right there. That was some cool shit. Oh wow. But yeah, thank you also very much to everyone who sorry, my brain, words. Thank you also very much for watching, my dear friends. This has been the Green Scorpion. Please go into the description below for the link to his original video. He is so goddamn good. He makes so much good stuff. Please go support him. Of course, a massive thank you to all these amazing patrons who are still here supporting me to this day. Please remember to, and also remember to always treat yourselves once in a while, because you goddamn deserve it. Besides all that, my name is JohnnyFerno, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!